And the star of the show is Nunzia. Everyone knows Nunzia. Super good, worth the wait. 1973, when Santa Claus was supposed to bring me some Hot Wheels and they never showed up. A heavy hand with the Tabasco. Super duper tomatoey. They've got, and spicy. Karen said make it quick because the gelato's melting. Welcome to Destination Eat Drink, the travel channel for foodies. I'm Brent Peterson. I'm an American living in Portugal, but we are continuing our road trip along the east coast of Italy. This is our third stop. It's Bari. If Monopoli was kind of a beachside place and Lecce was known for its Baroque extravagance, Bari's a rough and tumble big city. And that's where we're going to enjoy the next few days. So came right out to get an aperitivo at this place, and right along the water here. It's really nice. I got a Bloody Mary. Look, first of all, look how they did this. They used a clothespin to hold the basil leaf on here. I think that's just great. Fresh tomato juice, of course, and a heavy hand with the Tabasco. That's good. Karen got the limoncello spritz. She's got several of these, not several. She's got a few of these since we've got to Italy. This seems to be her new favorite aperitivo. Refreshing. So it's limoncello, prosecco, maybe some wine or some tonic in there as well. Really tasty and refreshing. So that's good. All right. We're going to try some really cool street food while we're here. A unique pasta dish. There's all kinds of food to try here. And there's some cool things to see here as well. This is where the Santa Claus church is. So we got to go see that too. It's going to be a busy time here in Bari, I think. This is where the famous pasta grannies of Bari hang out. This whole alleyway is filled with ladies who make fresh orecchiette. Orecchiette is the little ear pastas that are eaten all over this region of Italy. And the star of the show is Nunzia. Everyone knows Nunzia. And she's got her stand right here. She also has a tiny little shop here where you can buy the stuff. There was a controversy here last year when a reporter put out a story that some of this pasta was actually store-bought. And so the pasta grannies got together and they all went on strike for one day protesting what this guy was saying. Who knows what the upshot of that is going to end up being, but I'll tell you one thing. This place is still super duper popular. Everyone's coming here and everyone's visiting Nunzia. This is Panificio Fiore, and you can see this is a super popular spot. I fought my way to the front of the line and got a single slice of what I've been looking for, which is focaccia barese. This is a focaccia, twice rise dough made with durum wheat. Sometimes they add potato to the dough to make it a little bit chewier, lighter. And it is hot out of the oven. This one is the classic. Tomato and olives on the top. Oh. Soft, tomatoey on the top. Crunchy, oily on the bottom. My friend Katie Parla, who's been on my podcast a bunch of times, she recommended this place. And she knows what she's talking about. She's a New York Times bestselling author about food in Italy. So when she recommends the place, I listen, and she's definitely right. Super good. Worth the wait.
Quasi più che gira.
No, quelli in pratica creano le cioè, quando arriva un periodo, arriva un periodo che fanno le celle che hanno.
I can't pass myself, my neighbours maybe bring them as well.
This guy behind me is Saint Nicholas. He was a 4th century bishop in Myra, Turkey, and he died in Myra. His remains were buried there. But in the 11th century, after he'd become a saint, Saint Nicholas, also known as Santa Claus, his remains were moved here to Bari because Turkey had come under the influence of the Muslims, so they wanted to get his relics out of there. So they came here in the 11th century, they brought his relics here, and they built a church to celebrate St. Nicholas, St. Nicholas Cathedral. It's right here. So lots of people come here. It's a Christian pilgrimage site. People come here to pray to St. Nicholas. Other people come here just to see his tomb. You can go downstairs and you can see the tomb of St. Nicholas. It's right down there. I'm here for a different reason. I'd like to have a serious talk to him about 1973 when Santa Claus was supposed to bring me some Hot Wheels and they never showed up. All right, we're going to try one of the classic barese dishes. This is called Assassin's Pasta. Assassins. I think it gets its name because it's spicy, so it kind of kills you. This dish is only like 60 years old. It was invented here in Bari. And what makes it so unique is the way it's cooked. So rather than the noodles being boiled in water, they're cooked in the tomato sauce. So as you can imagine, they add some water in to thin out the tomato sauce a little bit. Otherwise, it wouldn't cook at all. But what happens is that tomato sauce gets infused into the pasta. So as you can imagine, it's super rich and umami tasting. And it's also cooked in a cast iron pan, at least traditionally. That's what happens. So it gets, look how dark and caramelized that is. Crispy, chewy, and super duper tomatoey. They've got, and spicy. They must have 14 or 15 different versions on the menu. This is the classic version. Just tomatoes, tomato sauce, and some pepper of some kind cooked in here. Now, this dish started to fall out of favor in like the 1980s, but within the last decade, they've started to form like Assassin's Pasta clubs where they're trying to keep it going and popularize different places to go get it. And this is one of the most popular places to get Assassin's Pasta. So I'm glad they brought it back. I'm glad this dish hasn't died out because it's super tasty. Mm. Yum. Gonna need some more water though. Bari reminds me a lot of Naples. It's kind of has a reputation as a grungy city with an amazing street food scene, and it has this incredible port. This water down here is beautiful, and today there was a bunch of kids in a kayak club doing kayak races. Looks like a lot of fun, and there's tons of boats out on the bay today. So really making good use of the water. Only difference is there's no volcano here in Bari. Here is where the fishermen bring their fresh catch every day, put them in plastic buckets, and sell them to waiting customers. This is Gelateria Gentile. Been around for almost 150 years. Wow, this is good lemon. So, thing is, this place is so popular. I'll tell you what the system is. You got to stand in line first to pay and get your receipt. Your receipt has a number on it, and there's a little tiny sign up there. It flashes up the numbers. When they call your number, you go up to the front, you give them your ticket, and you pay. A lot of people don't understand the system, so they end up waiting, or they end up pushing their way to the front and getting rejected or whatever. So just so you know that. And the reason why the lines are so long, their gelato's really good. This is a lemon. This is actually a sorbet. And I've said it before, I'm a big gelato snob. I used to be an artisanal gelato maker in Austin, Texas back in the day. When I made lemon gelato, I used to squeeze the lemons myself by hand. A lot of places just use lemon juice. Those people suck. That's good. Karen got the pistachio. That's the other gold standard when you go to a gelato shop in Italy. That is really good pistachio. All right. Karen said make it quick because the gelato's melting. So when you come to Bari, the street food you have to try is scagliose. This looks like it might be, I don't know, French fry or fried chickpea. It's actually deep fried polenta. And they have a special way that they make this, because if you ever had polenta, you know it's very creamy and loose. If you were to throw it into the fryer-lator, it would just disintegrate. What they do is they make the polenta and they let it dry for a couple of days, get all the moisture out. Then they fry it and it comes out like this. You get a bag of 10 for €2. You can hear that crispiness. It's so crunchy. Pour a little salt in there. Delicious. Best of all, Maria's back there sitting on a chair supervising the whole situation. Late at night, this place gets jamming because this is great food after a night of drinking in Bari. We got here early, so it's not quite as crowded, but you can still see there's people here. So good. Behind me is the famous Bari Cathedral, place you should visit when you come to Bari, but we're not going in right now. We're up bright and early, up with the trash man, and we got to go and catch our train to our next destination. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I've got my little mini calzone here for the trip. This is filled with broccoli rabe, which is a vegetable that's eaten all over this area. So I had to get one of these before we left Bari. But anyway, if you liked the video, give us the thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the station, because I've got a bunch more videos to come here in Italy as we continue our road trip. And if you're thinking of coming to Portugal, where we live, then check out my Portugal foodie travel guide at buymeacoffee.com/destination-eat-drink. Just $9.99 and has 17 foodie travel guides to cities and towns all over the country of Portugal. It's early, but it's still busy here. I'm Brent Peterson. See you down the road. Photo?